For a whole decade, I've been married, but infidelity occurred. It all started with an invitation from my friend and her husband to their 5-year-old son's birthday party. We've been good friends for a long time and often spend time together at various celebrations. Naturally, we accepted their invitation. Along the way, we stopped at a store to buy a gift, but unfortunately, my husband and I still don't have children, despite all our attempts and visits to different clinics. But that's not the focus right now. My friend has a beautiful 3-bedroom apartment in the city center, and for a while, her brothers from the village moved in with them. At that moment, I only saw them twice, at the birthday party and in their apartment. My friend's brother, whom I saw at last year's birthday celebration, struck me as an extremely charming and attractive guy. He was very athletic, and when he emerged shirtless from the shower, I noticed his well-built physique. He coyly smiled at me, and his image lingered in my mind. This guy was the life of the party, fun, sociable, and smart. We quickly hit it off, chatting away at the birthday party. My husband mostly talked with our friend's husband, while I engaged with my friend and her brother. We had a few drinks, but since my husband rarely drinks, he quickly got tipsy and went asleep early in the guest room. A while later, as we continued to sit and drink, my friend's husband also decided to call it a night, and soon after, my friend left too. So, it was just me and her brother. We kept talking, and at some point, I wasn't even aware of the topic when I noticed him starting to stroke my hand. Naturally, I pulled away and decided to get some fresh air on the balcony. But he immediately followed me. We stood there in silence, and suddenly I began to realize that he, in a way, matched the image of my ideal. I've always been drawn to young men with a specific look. Brunette with brown eyes, well-built, athletic, tall, with distinct facial features. I even recalled a past boyfriend who had a similar appearance. However, my husband was entirely different, and I genuinely love him. He's my closest and dearest, providing me with everything any woman could dream of: care, attention, confidence, and tomorrow. With him, I feel safe and can pursue my interests without worrying about work. Besides him, I need no one else. Standing on the balcony, he hugged me, and I didn't object. I don't even know why, but then he kissed me, and I didn't resist because I liked it. It felt so calm and warm at that moment that I wished it could go on forever. We returned to the room, turned on the TV, and continued to enjoy each other. It all ended passionately with love. We were so engrossed that I didn't even realize when I fell asleep in his embrace. I distinctly remember having the thought of returning to my husband to avoid arousing any suspicions. In the morning, I was woken up by the glare of the sun, symbolizing everyone's imminent awakening. I hurriedly woke up my friend's brother, and thanks to the fact that my husband enjoys sleeping in, we managed to quickly gather our things and leave the room unnoticed. Thanks, I must say, to our luck. A few days later, returning home from a workout, I noticed that the neighbors were giving me strange looks by the entrance. It seemed like they were discussing something, and I could feel it in their gazes. When I entered the elevator, I was met with a huge poster depicting me and my friend's brother from that very night when I succumbed to a fleeting temptation. Suddenly, it dawned on me that on that morning, it wasn't a flash of sunlight, but rather the glow of my husband's phone. I stepped out of the elevator and headed towards our apartment, only to realize that my key didn't fit. He had changed all the locks. By the garbage chute, I found my suitcases with a note, the contents of which I'll remember forever. I rushed towards our apartment, and a young blonde woman opened the door. Following closely behind her, my husband tossed our wedding ring to me with a faint smirk before shutting the door. Right now, I'm sitting at the station, having bought a one-way ticket to my mother's place with the last of my money. I hope she'll forgive me despite all my mistakes. Thanks for watching. Let's get 1,000 subscribers on the channel. Write your opinion in the comments. Love you.